Well, hello guys, my name is Nick from Nick's Toy Garage, and today, day 5 of Ford Week, almost there. Today we're doing a Ford Escort by Matchbox Convertible. It's missing paint, it's white, it has a grey interior, and it's ready for its restoration. But first, this. If you want a chance to win this Burago Ford Escort RS Cosworth, go to the link in the description down below on the top right of your screen, after this video done, of course. So let's take a closer look at this magnificent looking Escort. It's white, it's an XR3i sticker on the side, can't reproduce that, so that's got to go. The windshield topper bit is bent in, it has some nice details on the back, and the bottom is also not the interior, the outside color, so it's white. We're going to change that immediately. So first things first, let's get this model torn apart. To do that we need to drill out both rivets, one in the back and one in the front. So take my drill bit. Actually I have two drill bits this time. I have one to drill out the pilot hole to get a self-tapping screw in, and one to actually drill out the actual rivet. So one in the front and one in the back. Then take my handy dandy screwdriver and pry open the base. When the base releases, I have to twist, and it just comes off nice and easy. I love this style of Matchbox cars because the wheels just come off that easy. Just have to pull up on them, and the metal spring will just release them. It's amazing. Then the interior, and then the door panels, roof, wall bar, front, and thingies just release. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I can just slide the interior back out. Then we have to take out the glass, so two rivets are holding in the glass. Just make sure you don't drill too deep, or if you have two holes in your hood or bonnet, or however you want to call it. Then I take my screwdriver, pry open the windshield, and also the headlights are also with the windshield, so I have to be really careful not to snap or break them, because that would be not good. I do have still 5 or 6 of these cars, so I do have some replacement windshields, but I'm prone if I break one and break all 6 of them. People who know me will agree with me. So let's get to my favorite step of every restoration, and probably my best investment so far, the sand blasting cabinet. It takes me about 1 or 2 minutes without even having to clean up afterwards to take off all the paint. Especially on these older Matchbox cars, the paint just flies off that easy. If you go to the Hot Wheels cars or maybe the newer Matchbox cars, the paint doesn't really come off that easy. So about also do the inside, because you don't really see anything from the inside, but I know there is still old paint there on the inside. I know I don't do it on every restoration, but I just want to make sure it's nice and done. Also the base, like I said, the white paint is gone and it's not going to return. I'm going to chrome out, pimp out the base like I do on most of my this era of Matchbox cars. Then when the sand blasting step is done, it's time for primer. For primer I'll be using a fine surface primer by Tamiya, 2 or 3 coats in total, leaving between 15 to 20 minutes to dry between coats, or a little bit less if I put it in front of my space heater, which in this period I kind of need. It was going to be hot today, but it's not. In my workshop it's cold, really cold. Then the base, it got 1 coat of primer, and then I do the little chromish, paintish, stepish, you know what I mean. There it is, there is the chrome paint. It has just some silver home decorating paint. It costs I think $1 in a dollar store. Well, we don't have a dollar store in Belgium, but the equivalent, the action. So then, like I said, the roof, well, the windshield topper bit, upper thingy-majig, is being squashed in. Probably some kids, not that would be crushed in. Someone karate chopped the car. So quickly bending that back. Now for color, I'm boring. I choose the same old white again. Now you cannot really see the color going on because it's white primer and white base, base coat. But promise me, there is actually white paint going on this car. So again, I used a Tamiya white paint, and I did I think 2 or 3 coats, maybe 4 coats in total, because my airbrush was spitting up a little bit, but leaving between 15 to 20 minutes to dry between coats. Then when it all dries out, we have this, and it's time for the finer details. I take my toothpick and paint in the mirrors black and the door handles black, just to have some kind of thingy on the car that takes away the attention from the massive white area of this car. It just needs to break up the paint a little bit. So speeding up this, I'm not that fast in real life, so I sped it up a little bit, I think 2 or 3 times. And let's paint in those mirrors. Just like that. So on the other side I've got a bit. The little Nick is a little bit slow today. Oh well. So when that is over, I take my red paint and paint in the left and right rear taillight. I know there's supposed to be blinkers in there somewhere, but I don't want an orange painted light on this car. I just want to be it equally red, because I think that looks a lot better. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I just love the way it looks with the red, only the red. I know there were supposed to be blinkers in the front, and I totally forgot them. I just, even though the car sits right next to me, finished, and I see that I forgot the front blinkers. So don't scalp me on that, please. Then the wheels, like always, 4 wheels with my toothpick and some chrome paint. Just painting in the rims so they look kind of like new again. If somebody has a better way of making these wheels look new again, please let me know in the comment section down below. Then the outside interior, not the outside interior, the interior surround, the grille, the front grille, the rear bumper, and the interior itself get a nice washing with my toothbrush. This is my toothbrush I actually use in the morning and the evening. So if you look at my teeth, it works quite well. Next, let's take the interior itself. It's grey. Promise me it will not stay grey, because I don't really think it suits with the white and black theme I'm going for this car. So when the interior is clean and all dried out, I take my polishing implement on my drill bit and polish the windshield and the front headlights. Like I said, the grey isn't staying. Take 3 coats or 4 coats, really light coats, because if you put them on too thick, it will just puddle up on the seat itself. So I think I did about 4 coats in total to get the interior nice and black. Then obviously 2 things can be missing. Well, it's actually the same thing in the front and the back. It's the Ford logo in nice blue, painted in on the plastic grille and on the model off camera. And also did 2 coats of clear coat, which I don't really show on camera because you already couldn't see the white going on, so why would you see a clear coat going on? Oh well. So first step for the reassembly is to reassemble the front windshield. Now this didn't really go all that well because the rivets are a little bit rivety, so I had to press really hard without snapping the windshield. It snapped into place real good. Then because it was a couple days when I did the disassembly and the reassembly, I forgot how the interior goes back apart. So we're gonna see me fail a little bit right here. So first I placed in the interior surround, and then I wanted to place in the interior itself, not knowing it would actually come from the top of the car. So after about 10 minutes of swearing, I took everything out again, turned off the camera, and actually looked how it was supposed to go. So let's take it out again so you guys can see. You just have to slide it in from the front and then snap it in from the back. If I make any sense, probably not like usual. Then snap in the front and back of the interior surround and front bumper, and then last but not least snap in the front and back rivet on the base plate. Now I did drill out a pilot hole before I painted the car, so I took a self-tapping imbus screw and screwed in the front. I only do 1 of the 2 rivets because you don't really need 2 rivets to hold the model back together, and it can be easily taken apart in the future if I ever want to redo this car. So let's take a look at it before the restoration on my little spinning plate. When it was missing its white paint, the wheels were totally blacked out, the windshield was bent downwards, luckily it didn't crack, and the interior was grey and probably really dirty. I did have another Escort with the interior 10 times dirtier. I forgot to show it on camera, but maybe we'll show it in a future segment. And there it is, after the restoration. Nice white with black accents, nice red painted in taillights, the Ford logo, and the chromed base with the black interior. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you in a future video. Bye.